Shezad was considered the most useless boy in the village. His father, Bashir Ahmed, had worked as a guard in the village for a long time, and the people highly respected him. However, due to old age and illness, he could no longer work. One day, some of the village elders decided that if Shezad took over his father's job as the guard, it would help keep his family's household running. When this suggestion was made to Shezad, he agreed to work temporarily, but soon grew tired of the guard duty and left for the city. After staying in the city for several days, Shezad returned to the village. He had gone to the city looking for work, but due to his laziness and lack of effort, he couldn't find anything. Upon returning, he learned that a fierce lion had been terrorizing the village. The lion had come from a nearby forest, and so far, it had killed several animals in the village. Now, it had settled in the area, but no one had forced Shezad to do anything. He thought of confronting the lion to improve his reputation among the villagers. Although lazy, Shezad was not cowardly. Every night, he would climb up on the roof to keep an eye out for the lion's movements. One night, the moonlight was clear, and Shezad saw the lion walking along a path with an animal in its jaws. After watching the lion for 3 nights, Shezad decided to follow it. The lion was heading towards a large mound of earth, beyond which the forest began. Shezad cautiously followed the lion and reached a spot where it sat down to eat its prey. After finishing, the lion stretched and disappeared into the forest. Seeing the scattered old bones, Shezad realized that this was the place where the lion usually ate its kills. After witnessing this, Shezad returned home and started cleaning his father's gun the next morning. "What are you doing with the gun so early, son?" Bashir Ahmed asked, surprised. "I'm cleaning the gun, father. It might be needed any time." "The lion is causing fear in the village," Shezad replied. "If the lion comes, what will you do?" his father asked, smiling. "I will shoot it down," Shezad said confidently. "You never even killed a mouse, how will you kill a lion?" his father teased. Shezad smiled, remembering how his father had trained him to shoot. Days passed while Shezad kept watching the lion. Tonight, he was extra alert, sitting on a tree branch near the mound. The moon was hidden behind clouds, and the moonlight was faint. Shezad, with sharp eyes, watched the dark surroundings. After a long wait, he finally saw the lion approaching the mound. It was not carrying any prey, as the villagers had locked their animals inside. The hungry lion moved toward the leftover bones from past hunts. When the lion reached the mound, it stopped, alert, as if sensing something. It became cautious and started looking around. The lion soon noticed that someone was sitting on the tree branch nearby. Shezad was ready to face the situation. He wasn't experienced in hunting, but there was no turning back now. He aimed his gun at the lion's head and waited for it to come closer. As the lion approached, Shezad's heart raced, but he kept his composure. When the lion got closer, Shezad fired. The sound of the shot echoed through the area. Birds that had been sleeping in their nests woke up in panic and started making noise. The branch Shezad was sitting on wasn't very strong, and when the recoil from the gun hit him, the branch broke, and Shezad fell to the ground, injuring his leg. The gun slipped from his hand. As he lay there in pain, he saw the lion preparing to attack again. The bullet had hit the lion in its leg, not the head, and it was getting ready to pounce. Shezad quickly grabbed the gun and loaded it again, but it was too late. The lion leaped towards him. The air was filled with the sound of another shot and Shezad's scream. Bashir Ahmed woke up at the sound of the gunshot and rushed outside, concerned about his son. He grabbed his cane and walked outside. The villagers, hearing the commotion, also gathered and got on carts to head towards the mound, assuming the sound came from that direction. When they reached the mound, they were shocked to see the scene. The lion, covered in blood, lay dead by the tree, and Shezad's body was partially pinned under it. Shezad still clutched the gun tightly. The villagers quickly pulled the lion away and rushed to help Shezad. He was unconscious, and his leg was injured. They took him to the village healer, who began to treat him. Soon, Shezad regained consciousness and was surprised to see the villagers around him, who were now praising him for being brave, something they had never said about him before. Bashir Ahmed was filled with pride as he saw the village calling his son the bravest young man. It was a great honor for him, and time had proven Shezad to be a courageous young man, not a coward. Moral lesson: courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to face challenges despite fear. Shezad's story teaches us that even those who may seem weak or lazy can find strength and bravery when faced with adversity. True courage comes from within, and it is often revealed in moments of hardship.